Did I say at the beginning of this video? I bet you I didn't. So I'll probably put this clip in at the beginning if I didn't. But just as a reminder, next week there won't be a new episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. This is because I took a week off at Thanksgiving. And we'll be back in 2 weeks with episode 51. But yeah. Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Last time around we had filial affection. Yes, that's what it was called. They captured Pride. Al had a plan to distract Pride while Hohenheim made a giant sphere to trap him in which he was not able to form his body. So he and Al are going to be sitting in there for the promised day. Greed took off to Central because only Sloth and Father are at Central, so he's going to go and take over the country so he can take over the world and stuff. Everybody met up. They know their plans, and this is it. The promised day has begun, and Roy is in Central blowing shit up. And also, he did get cornered by the Central troops, and they were given orders that they only need Mustang alive, and everyone, including the Führer's wife, can be killed. So, of course, I'm sure they're going to get out of that just fine, because it's Roy Mustang and Riza Hawkeye, so, yeah. Anyway, you can probably hear in my voice that it's the end of the day, so why don't we just go ahead and jump into this episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Links are in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. Let's go. Okay, that was a lot. That was quite a lot. I mean, so what is it? We got 14 episodes left? I mean, that's still a lot of episodes, but I mean, this is it. This is the final arc right here. Oh boy. This is the attack on Central right here. Okay, so interesting stuff, definitely. Oh god, excuse me. Honestly, let's just go straight through. The first thing I wrote down is the wife, Mrs. Bradley. Kind of wish she had a name, so I didn't just call her Mrs. Bradley, but whatever. But yeah, Mrs. Bradley. The reason that she has been taken hostage is an interesting one. Definitely an interesting one, where they thought it's like, oh, well, Roy Mustang is going to use her, as a hostage so that, we have to give in to his demands, but we wouldn't do that. But that's not the point. The point, I mean, honestly, it's because Roy is playing, 20 moves ahead, because he's where everyone else is kind of looking at, they're looking at the immediate of the promised day, A lot of people, Hohenheim, Ed, Al, their whole group, they're looking at the immediate of the promised day and stopping Father. And while Roy is doing that, definitely, he also has to think so much further ahead. He has to see such a bigger picture, because after the promised day and everything, he has to become the Führer, He has to become the Führer in order to rebuild the country, He's already working on reconstruction, even though destruction hasn't even started yet, So, that's what it is specifically, is that he's using Mrs. Bradley so that when the dust settles and the people, are left with the Mustang regime, basically, that there is somebody trustworthy and familiar to give them assurance, basically. And that's an interesting idea. And yeah, it's Roy looking so far ahead about that, So I like that. Also, next thing is non-lethal. They were all non-lethal. to begin with, at least. They were all non-lethal to begin with because, yeah, it is just showing how terrible Central troops are, you know? That Roy Mustang is able to easily defeat them without killing anybody. And yeah, he's doing that to mock them, you know? He is mocking them. Not a single person is dead. And I would honestly think that could swing people, you know? Like, there could be people who look and, you know, they hear their generals barking, you know, go and murder all of them, you know? And then what I'm thinking is coming up is this freaking army of the dead, basically. I'm thinking a lot of, you know, just average troops who haven't, you know, bought into this whole thing. They're just average troops, you know? You know, who knows, you know, why they have their reasons for joining, but they're just normal people, I think. And I think because they are not being killed, I think that can sway a lot of people. Like, hey, Roy Mustang is not killing anybody. Roy Mustang is not killing anybody, and our generals are, not only do they have bloodlust, but they've got some freaky shit going on, and he has the Fuhrer's wife, you know, who's saying that, you know, that it's okay, you know, that Roy's here to help. I think they go and ditch, and they go and join Mustang's side, you know? I think that's part of it. Now, the people who are... Now, we haven't confirmed if they are actually killing anybody, but the ones who are certainly hardcore enough... Well, I guess there was the one guy who just straight up murdered that guy. But that's the Briggs boys. The folks of Briggs, which is interesting. And yeah, I love the whole thing of, you know, oh, we have you here so that, you know, with you as a prisoner, the men of Briggs, the soldiers of Briggs won't do anything. And she just laughs like, they don't care. Like, they will do what they want to do because that is how I command them, you know? That is how I shaped them, you know? They will, if they want to revolt, they will revolt with or without me. And they don't need me, you know? They are strong enough that they would still be, you know, too much of a force to be reckoned with without me, you know? So I like that. And yeah, the whole thing of, you know, talking about all you soft bastards and stuff. I really enjoyed that. With just tearing those people down. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. It's not happening. Shit, I hate that. I hate that so much. Just fucking sneeze. Anyway. But yeah, they will do it without her, you know? And I like how she says even, it's like, look, if you kill me, then they're just gonna write me off as, you know, having been too weak, and they're going to continue anyway, you know? But yeah. But I really like that moment with with her, which first off, it's exactly the same as cutting down General Raven when she fucking cuts down the one general and shoots the other one, you know? It's like, you bastards. All of you sitting up here on your high horses, always talking about sacrifice, but never having done so, you know? And even still, it's just, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely crazy. And yeah, because the whole thing of like, oh yes, you know, we know what Father's going to do, and we, the chosen few, it's like, I bet you don't care. You know who was the last chosen person? The King of Xerxes. Bet they don't know that Father, when he was just the homunculus, he promised the King of Xerxes immortality. Instead, he used him. The only person who he has ever given any favor to is Hohenheim. And that is only because of their relation by blood, you know? It's only because of their relation by blood and the fact that Hohenheim unwittingly helped him so much that Father gave him the immortality, you know? These soldiers, these generals, they don't mean a damn thing to Father. So, they are just means to an end. We also got the backup of ammo coming in, and also, I really love that, Maria Ross. Maria Ross came in from Shing in order to help out. I really do like that. That was cool, and also to see that that Gene with his family store, basically, that's where they're getting all the ammunition is from Gene and Maria. So that was really good. I like that. Speaking of older characters returning, we also have Alex Louis Armstrong. And I'm pretty sure, he's going on, the whole thing like he was talking about with Denny. I'm pretty positive. Like, I think Denny knows that Maria is still alive. So I think they were like more putting on a show. I think, weren't they? I don't know. Armstrong, he's not really in this plan as much as I would think. Like, now that I'm really thinking back to it, like, there hasn't been a moment where they like cue him in on the plan or anything. So I don't know, like, unless I'm forgetting something, but he doesn't really seem to be a part of any of this. And it's like, dude, go out there, fucking kick some ass, you strong bastard. I don't know. It is one of those things where it's like, I don't know what I was gonna say. So, but it's nice to see them. Hopefully they get in on the action. We cut back to Pride. Definitely seems like he's getting some sort of Morse code out there. Which, I get, for some reason, Father can hear all that way away. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's Morse coding, hey, I'm trapped, I need help, And if anybody can go dig him out, it's probably Sloth. So that could be a problem. Then we had the split up underground, which was interesting, and it is interesting, the whole thing of, I'll take the young lady with me. I don't want to share her with any of you and stuff. And it's like, oh, haha. But that was more because he was like, look, you can go. We will handle this. You should go and focus on finding Ling. So I like how he did that. Honestly, it very much felt like a fatherly moment, not the character father, but just as a father, he's like, hey, you need to go sort this out. Plus, he might be even thinking, like, while it's great having, the people of Shing, some people of Shing helping, this isn't your fight. You don't need to be a part of this. You need to get out while the getting's good, So, so yeah. So that's pretty interesting. So yeah. I did like that, and then we had, I guess, last thing up is the Army of the Dead, the dummy army, which is pretty crazy. And yeah, they're being awakened, and that's gonna be freaking terrifying, I bet you. So it'll be interesting to see. How that fight progresses. But yeah, on top of the chimeras that are also going to encounter. Also, we did. I should have mentioned this because I didn't write it down. Is why I forgot. Excuse me. But May also made it back to Central with Envy, and she is headed on her way down to Father. So yeah, unfortunate that she's doing that. But yeah, so yeah, but that's pretty interesting. The good news is, again, she won't lose her alchemy, her alkahestry. She won't lose her alkahestry because, well, it's alkahestry. Same with Scar, and I like how Hohenheim even says, my alchemy is kind of unique, And yeah, I would imagine that's because he's got old school alchemy, Plus, I would imagine he was the one who created alkahestry specifically, because they have the legend of, the two people. One went to Amestris to create alchemy, the other went to Shing and created alkahestry, and I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Father and Hohenheim, so I'm doing sort of an east and west. To me, I guess to you it'd be the other way around, but yeah. So yeah. So his alchemy will be all right. But yeah. But, I mean, really, really great stuff. Bringing in every friggin' character, basically, Like, I really, really enjoy that. Just how many people are here in this battle. And yeah, this is it. But we got 14 episodes left in this show, so I don't think it's going to be easy. But yeah. But I'm still curious, and I'm excited to see where we are going next time. Did I say at the beginning of this video? I bet you I didn't. So I'll probably put this clip in at the beginning if I didn't. But just as a reminder, next week there won't be a new episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. This is because I took a week off at Thanksgiving. And we'll be back in 2 weeks with episode 51. But yeah, I don't remember if I said that at the beginning or not. I bet you I didn't. So yeah. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.